Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Ben's World. Come live in it, where I'm joined today by one of my regulars, Dillon. Mate,
Hey,
welcome back.
happy to be back, I
Yeah,
should say.
yeah, it's good to have you back on. Last time you were here, we spoke about the great Robbie Williams.
Yeah,
Now today,
absolutely love that conversation, by
yeah,
the way.
me too. Now, Dylan, I thought for today's topic, and for everybody watching us, we would have a talk about, because I'm sure that we have a passion for video games.
Yeah.
Like, what are some of your favorite video games, and what made you love gaming?
I don't know if I could answer the question about my favorite game. I've played so many games over my life. I think obviously growing up in a time where, you know, video games kind of started, I would say, peaking around when I was a kid or a teenager,
Yeah,
PS1, PS2. But
good old PS1,
yeah,
PS2. I remember those. Every time I hear those like names, I go straight into old nostalgic
yeah,
mode.
the sound of it turning on.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
such a nostalgic sound. But to answer your question, I would say maybe like even recently, I've like been really into like open world games. So like Hogwarts Legacy, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yep, yep.
What am I playing at the moment? Assassin's Creed, those kinds of games.
Oh, are you an Assassin's Creed
Massive
fan? Are you?
fan, massive fan.
Tell us
Yeah.
about that. Like, what do you
Yeah.
do in Assassin's Creed?
So they've how many have they made now? I would say there's probably more than 10 different versions of the game that they've made so
More
far.
than 10 different
Yeah.
versions. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
So it's really interesting because a lot of the games are kind of set in different periods of time. And I'm a massive like history buff, so I love learning about like things from the past and history and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
But the game itself, you're virtually you're an assassin and you basically are brought into this world through like this time machine called the Animus. And
Animus. That's interesting.
yeah, yeah. And you basically go back in time and you're a part of this clan or cult or group of people basically that are trying to stop this other group of bad people trying to take over the world. And you go through and you do all these challenges and story modes and collect items, and very similar to like Red Dead in a way, like not in terms of the story mode, but like what you do in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just love exploring, like I exploring the game and the world and getting new outfits, and yeah, it's really really cool. So
I've actually never played Assassin's Creed.
mm,
Like I've heard from my brother multiple times because he's seen me play other open world games. For
yeah,
example, Red Dead Redemption number
yeah,
two.
such good.
He's always saying to me like, "Oh, you should play Assassin's Creed," and I just never got around to it
Yeah,
because
yeah,
so many other brand new games pop up, and I'm like, "Oh, I want to give these a go." But at the end of the day, I always forget about
yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
I'll be here to remind you.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So what about you? What kind of games have you been playing recently?
Oh, dude, I got to say, the game I was playing recently. Well, I played a couple, but I'll start with the first one.
Mm,
So the first game I started playing, and it wasn't a decision to actually play it, but I played Red Dead Redemption number two
yeah,
because I remember playing the first one about 10 years ago, back in 2016. Like that's how long ago I played the first one,
yeah,
like the whole story. And I heard that back then, Rockstar, which was the gaming company that make them, they made a second one. And at first, I was kind of against the whole thing about them doing a second one because I thought, well, how are they going to do a second one if the main character's dead?
yeah.
But then then when I looked at the trailer for it, I'm like, oh yeah, they've got a different character, but it's not going to be as good as the other
Yeah,
one.
I remember feeling the same way because I was like, how are they going to continue on from here? Like it's like it
Yeah,
kind of seemed
yeah.
like it came to one big conclusion at the end of the first one.
Yeah. Anyway, at the time I was on my Xbox, like
Mm,
because I'm an Xbox guy. I'm not
yeah.
a PlayStation guy. Always been Xbox, but yeah. So I was looking on the Xbox store at the time because that's how I buy my new games. Now I don't go into EB Games or JB
Mm,
Hi-Fi to buy like a physical copy unless it's something really good that comes with it. Because
yeah.
otherwise, most people buy digitally online
They
now.
do they do now anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, I went onto the Xbox store and I was looking for new games to play, and then Red Dead Redemption 2 pops up as a recommendation.
Mm,
And it's not the standard version, like the normal version. They have, because usually with video games they have a standard, then they have a ultimate edition, because that's how it works with games nowadays. Anyway, they had an ultimate edition that popped up, which has like extra content that wasn't included on the standard version, and the price at the time, well, original price was $150 for the ultimate edition.
Yeah, which then back then that was a lot for a game.
Yeah. Anyway, when I came across it, it was on special for $30, and I'm like, that's a bargain. I'm taking that. I'm taking that bargain.
Yeah, it'd be bad to not buy it.
Yeah. Anyway, I bought the game and I started, going through the story and exploring and stuff. And I didn't realize it was a prequel until I reached the epilogue.
Yeah.
And when I finished the whole story mode, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna restart it again and go from scratch, go from start to finish 100% the whole thing.
Yeah.
And
so you went through and played every part, like you collected everything.
Every part, like discovered all the animals, collected everything throughout the game.
It would have taken you a long time.
Oh, dude, it took me 5 months. Like I started from October last year and finished in March this year.
Damn, yeah,
100%.
I've played through it. I remember doing a similar thing. I played through it the first time. I maybe got like 30% of the way in, and then life kind of got in the way, and I put it down, and then I picked it back up again.
Yeah,
and played through the entire story. But I remember finishing the story mode, and I was kind of always a person that would do the story and then go and do the collectibles after. And I think that's so inefficient to do it that way. Like people have told me that. But I remember it was only like still 50 or 60% of the game that I completed.
Well, the thing is, it's actually different with this game, because you have to find collectibles at the start before finishing the story, because in the game, the character who you're in him in from chapter 1 to 6, a guy named Arthur Morgan, who is actually one of John Marston's friends, who was the original character from the first one. And in the epilogue, you switch over to John, and I'm like, oh, that's how I discovered it was a prequel.
Yeah. Very, very cool kind of segue into the first game, because they really did so much right with the first game, I feel. But I honestly, do you think the first or the second one is better?
Oh,
what did you prefer?
Hands down, number 2.
Yeah.
And I think because with the graphics as well, and how far technology has actually come. Yeah, I mean, we're still waiting on number 3. Like Rockstar have been talking about it for months now.
A while. Because when did number 2 come out? Number 2 came out what?
Number 2 came out in 2018.
Yeah, so
almost 8 years ago.
8 years ago now, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But like it still holds up to this day, I feel.
Yeah, it was originally meant to come out in 2017, but then it got delayed by a year, so I had to wait another year for that one.
I guess all their focus has been on the new GTA 6 game,
which
we're both excited about.
I was going to say, GTA 6, that is another game that everyone is hyped for, and I'm sure everybody watching has been waiting, almost
We've been waiting
13 years.
Everyone's been waiting.
Yeah, because the last one, number 5, that came out in September 2013, so nearly 13 years ago.
It was a long time ago. I remember playing that when I was still in high school. It came out when I was in high school on PS3.
Yeah,
now I'm playing it on PS5.
Yeah, I was in high school at the time too. I think I was in year 8. Like I just turned 14 and the game was rated R.
Yeah.
But my mum didn't care. She knew I was a fan.
My dad didn't know.
No. It's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
But since then, after GTA 5, Rockstar actually remastered 3 of the original classic GTA games. So they had in 2021 they remastered GTA 3.
Did they really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, which was that they released like this whole trilogy pack.
Yeah,
which had 3 of the classics. So they had GTA 3, GTA Vice City, with Tommy Vercetti, voiced by the late Ray Liotta.
Yeah,
and then GTA San Andreas. Those 3 were remastered.
Do you remember the first one that you played, the first GTA that you ever played? Was it any of those originals, or was 5 the first?
No, neither of those games were the first, actually. The very first GTA game that I played, and it would have been when my brother had his old PSP, PlayStation Portable.
Yeah.
And I didn't know the actual title, but because my brother wouldn't tell me like the GTA part, he just told me like the the name of it underneath. It was GTA Liberty City Stories.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I used to be obsessed with that game.
That was great. I don't know if it was on PSP that I played that, but it would have been. It was probably on my PS3 at the time.
I think,
And I remember because it was it a full size game like the others, or was that kind of it was more of a smaller?
I think it was more of a smaller because you know, in order with those games, like I think the very first GTA that was released in 1997 had like a bird's eye view, and same with number 2, but number 3, Vice City San Andreas, had like a more modern, like open world
walking around.
What we have today.
That was kind of that point where it shifted. I feel like San Andreas and stuff like that, because I remember playing those games. Probably way too young to be playing them, but hey, I think we all were. But they were good. GTA 5 was like the first one I think I like really properly got into, like played through the full story, and then kept playing it after the fact. But I think it probably came down to like the graphics, like you said before, the graphics and the world and the interactive. But obviously this new one is going to just probably blow that out of the water, which I'm super excited for.
Like I've seen the graphics, and the graphics are unreal, and I'm pretty sure now you can play as a female character, because in the last one you could play as 3 guys, but this time they've included a female, so you can play as a female and a male, which I think is very well done, very well put together, especially with today's society, how the times have changed and everything. You know, it's good that, you know, the gaming companies are letting 100%. Female characters be part of the main
whole group
story.
of people out there playing video games. But I think it's cool just being able to like select, because I think the previous games, right, you're always kind of just one person or one individual, and like you were that main character going around. I loved in GTA 5 how they introduced how you could like just jump between
the 3
characters. I love that because if you got sick of one on one day, you could go and play as I can't remember, Trevor, so whatever their names were. I haven't played it in such a long time, but yeah, no, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Very excited. Hopefully it comes out. I guess they've released the pre-order and everything now.
Well, so they've set
in stone.
And they've confirmed the release date. So for anybody watching, if you don't have it marked in your calendars, it's the 19th of November 2026 for the release of GTA 6.
Yep. Get the day off school, take the day off work.
Yeah. Although you might be a little disappointed because not Rockstar, I've just heard that you can't get a physical copy. So if you pre-order, you get a physical game cover, but you don't get the actual disc included.
Really? They're not releasing that. Wow.
Times
are changing.
I was going to pre-order it from the shop, but when I heard they weren't including a game disc in the physical cover.
They just send you out the plastic case.
Yeah, with a code inside. I'm like, what are you supposed to do with that?
That's.
I think I'm just going to pre-order it digitally online, so that way it's all ready to go. I'm pretty sure I'll be up till 3 a.m. playing it.
For a few weeks at least. Least. We're probably going to be tired, boys, for that few weeks.
Oh, God. Yeah. But
what is that about when you get a new game? Like, literally life stops when a new game comes out that you're, like, really, really, like, waiting for it to be released. And when it drops, I remember I was staying up till 2 a.m. one morning. It was only a few years ago now, but it allowed you to pre-order the game, pre-download it, and then you just sit there and just wait. I watched the counter go down for like 45 minutes and then started playing it. And I remember that first session of playing the game. God, I don't think I ate for about 8 hours.
Which game was this?
It was called No Man's Sky. And honestly, it was so disappointing.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, it's like a space exploration game. Kind of similar, open world or open planet, basically. But initially when it was first released, it was like across the board, like people were super disappointed and like they hyped it up massively, like the trailers and what they were saying was going to be included in the game. As the game went on, they like released updates and it got better. But after the first 3 months of me playing it, like I was so frustrated that I got like so hyped up for this game and it wasn't, did not meet my expectations. I just put it down and never picked it back up again. So
it wasn't what you expected.
No, not at all.
Oh, that's a shame.
Not at all.
I've had moments like that when there's been games that I've been really, really wanted to play, and you know sometimes they don't get my expectations either, which is I either put it down or I just take it back to the shop and
Yeah.
get a refund.
Can you think of like the last game that you got that you were like really excited about and then it was just not good?
Oh, dude, I've actually no, I can think of it. I mean, I usually love these types of games. It was Rugby League 26.
Yeah.
because I wasn't happy how the control setup was handled. If that makes sense.
Like the layout of
The layout, yes, yeah. Because I think the last one that I got that I really enjoyed and it was really easy to play was Rugby League Live 2 World Cup Edition from 2013.
Yeah, okay.
And the controls were more forgiving. Like they weren't as challenging as they are now with the latest games.
Have they just got like more complex? Like
a bit more complex.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the word I'd use.
Harder to pick up.
Yeah.
I get that. Some of those games it just takes like a long time to get into it, but also like say FIFA for instance, like another sports game. Like if you've been playing that for years, they keep the button layout. They might add like some new features or new things that you can do, but the layout generally stays the same. I've seen games where they change it all the time.
Well, this is the thing with Rugby League 26. The layout was different.
Yeah,
and that was what disappointed me.
Yeah, because you just want to get in and start playing the game, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I got to say though, playing Red Dead for those 5 months, it got me so hooked onto a game. Like just not just with the graphics, but the storyline and the way the characters interacted with each other. It was pretty much like real life 127 years ago.
Yeah,
and I'd never felt so connected to a video game in my life until then.
Wow.
And when I did the last bit where you had to find all the graves of your fallen companions.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry.
No,
Spoiler alert.
I'm sure people have played it. We can say that 8 years down the track.
When that was the last thing I had to do when I found the last grave to get 100%. I had goosebumps. I was like,
me too.
I was like, no way, this is the end.
Yeah.
And I got that special achievement, best in the West, and only 0.33% of gamers unlock 100%.
Which is honestly impressive because like I can only imagine. I think it's the second or third highest selling game of all time or something like that.
It's the third highest selling game. I think
so. That's
it sold more than 85,000 copies.
Maybe million
or
85 million.
I think GTA 5 was 230 million. So,
okay.
So that's second, and I think Minecraft is first, but I don't know how many copies that would have sold.
That's impressive. Like that's a lot of like. There's not many people that would have done that. Like,
no,
I remember you telling me like you obviously like put a lot of time in, and like those moments, especially where you have to run around and like complete, those little objectives and stuff like that. Like it could be frustrating sometimes. Finishing it to completion like that.
I was devastated because I knew that finishing that game there wouldn't be another one like it. Yeah.
Really once in a lifetime kind of thing.
I got to say though, I played a new game recently, and it was probably one that I was looking forward to, but I didn't realize it was a prequel to all the previous ones I played. I'm also a big fan of Lego games as well.
Me too.
And the Lego game that I played was the latest Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Yeah.
Awesome game.
Yeah.
Awesome game. I know that we've spoken about this a little bit off air, but I'd never played any of the previous Lego Batman games before. So
oh, really?
I came in with like a fresh perspective of being like, I don't really know what it's like. I played some of the other Lego Batman games before, but never this one. Yeah. And like I love Batman just as much as you.
Yeah.
Or maybe not as much as you actually.
That's okay.
But it was amazing.
There's no competition here, mate.
But it was good. It was good. But I guess like considering you've played, how many have there been? There's been a few.
So the first Lego Batman Batman game came out in 2008, and that was called Lego Batman, the video game.
Yeah.
And I remember that game so well because at the time before I had an Xbox, I had the old Nintendo Wii, which is nearly 20 years old now.
Classic.
Yeah, I've still got it. I'm not getting rid of it.
No, I don't.
No, I'm keeping it. And I didn't know how to play Lego games, but my dad, I mean, I don't know if he wouldn't have played much. I don't think video games were a thing when he was a kid.
Not the ones that we play.
Not the ones that we play. No, I think back in the 80s they would have had the SNES and Nintendo
arcade games
and stuff.
Yeah.
But My dad was pretty clever when it came to Lego games. He would basically look up a walkthrough where every single collectible was. He would tell me what to do, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be reaching 100%.
Yeah. Wow.
So thank you to Dad,
Yeah,
wherever he is, teaching me
100%.
on how to reach 100%. So that was the first one that came out in '08,
Yeah.
and that was on the Wii and 360. But I had it on the Wii before buying it later for the Xbox.
Yeah.
And then I think the second one was Lego Batman 2 DC Superheroes, which was actually a bit different. That came out in 2012, but I didn't play it till about 9 years later
Right.
because I didn't think it was going to be as good as the first one.
Yeah.
And it's pretty funny because the first one, like the very first Lego Batman game, the characters didn't have any voice actors. They wouldn't interact.
They didn't speak, did
No, they didn't speak.
Yeah.
They had like these really weird miming.
It's like minions almost.
Minions. They sound like minions. Yeah, they sound like that. And then number 2 DC Superheroes. That was the first game where in the Lego universe where they decided to have an open world and able to go out and find collectibles, hidden collectibles. Yeah. And that was also the first time when the characters actually spoke. So they actually found voice actors to do
definitely
the part.
added to the games, I feel. I remember playing the Harry Potter Lego game and there was no speaking. And I enjoyed it, but I remember them playing another one after that they spoke, and I guess the dialogue just makes it a little bit more interesting for me.
Was this in Lego Harry Potter, was it?
Yeah, the Harry Potter one, they don't speak. And then I remember playing, I can't even remember the one that I played after. It might have been Jurassic World or something.
Was there a Lego Jurassic World?
Yeah.
I never played that.
And Lord of the Rings. Oh, they've done one for honestly everything.
They've done one for Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, it's either Lord of the Rings or it's The Hobbit. I think it might be The Hobbit, but you're in that world in Middle-earth, so to speak. But continue telling me about the Lego Batman games, because I know there's a few.
Yeah, so in number 2, you don't just play Batman and Robin and all the villains. You actually play as some of the other DC characters as well. Like you play as Superman, you play Wonder Woman, you play the Flash, like pretty much every other single DC character from the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they did a well, not a sequel because that was the second game, but they did a third one, which was kind of a sequel to the last one. That one was called Beyond Gotham, and I got to say that's probably my least favorite Lego Batman game because I didn't like how they went into space and went to other planets because I'd rather them be
It's just not
on Earth in Gotham City.
What's the word that they use for canon? Is that the word? It's
canon?
Just, Batman's not going to space.
No.
Come on.
Yeah. I got to say that's probably my least favorite one.
Yeah.
Although my favorite part about that game was the bonus level that you unlock when you complete the story.
Right.
And it's actually a reference, a bonus level, a reference to 60s Batman from 66.
Right.
Adam West era.
Yeah.
So I was happy about that at least. Yeah. But after number 3, Beyond Gotham, they then decided to do a spin-off about maybe 4 years later. So Beyond Gotham came out in 2014, so 2 years after DC Superheroes. And then they did Lego DC Supervillains, which was a spin-off.
Yeah. And
it was also the 10th year anniversary of the very first Lego Batman game.
Yeah.
So that was in 2018. And you do play as Batman as well and all the other characters, but the story's mainly about the villains.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll give this one a crack. And we're in the middle of lockdown too, the second time.
Good time to
I'm pretty sure that's when I started playing all those games. It was in 2021.
Yeah.
And we were
nice cozy game through
in
COVID for sure.
Yeah, and we were in lockdown the second time. And I needed something to do.
Yeah.
So I played Lego DC Supervillains and all the other Batman previous ones I mentioned.
Yeah.
And I reached 100% all by myself.
In all of them.
Yeah.
Wow.
All by myself. And I never thought I would play the first one again because the first one it really did remind me of my dad.
Yeah.
Because we got 100% together on the Wii, but I did all the Xbox ones by myself.
Yeah. No, that's impressive, dude. And honestly, in Lego as well, like finding the I guess they're called something different in all of the games, but usually finding like the collectibles that are like hidden in levels, and I meant spending hours as a kid, just searching and everything. And back then we didn't really have YouTube or anything where people would go and post videos, so you would just be there just going through the same room over and over and over again trying to find something, and you'd walk past it and wouldn't even know.
You know what? I got to say, thank God for technology nowadays.
I honestly don't know how they get it out there, because there's literally a video for everything these days. Like if you need to find something, there is someone that has made like a little 30-second or 45-second video for everything.
Well, that's the thing. If ever I get stuck somewhere, I always use a walkthrough on the internet.
Yeah. I do try to look for it myself for just a little bit, like initially, but after a while, and especially if you're like looking for collectibles, like say one afternoon you sit down for 5 hours and that's all you're doing. I don't have the time. I need to find that thing like pretty quickly. I'm the same. I do try and look for it myself, but if it becomes too complicated, I'm like, nah, screw it. I'm getting on the internet. But after Lego DC Supervillains, there was a new Lego Batman game, and I remember hearing this maybe last year, and I didn't realize it was another prequel to the previous ones I played. Like it basically, or it's called Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. And what that is, it basically tells the story of Bruce Wayne before he becomes Batman. So it tells the story of how he found the Batcave, tells a story about how he recruited Robin when he was Dick Grayson, because he was in a circus act. And it tells the story of how he met Jim Gordon and all those other characters. That's so cool.
I was really excited for that game. And
origin stories are always awesome.
and you build your own Batcave too.
So, well, I've seen you playing it in the Batcave. Like they have they had that in any of the other Batman games, or like to that extent anyway?
No, they haven't. Like this was the first time. And again, I think it all comes to do with technology. Because, back in the day, like maybe 18, 20 years ago, they wouldn't have the technology to do that.
They couldn't fit as much in the game. It had to kind of be like small and almost like 2D per se. But they're obviously able to. That's why the open world games and stuff these days, because it is open world, correct?
Yes.
The Legacy of the Dark Knight.
Yeah. But pretty much all video games are open world these days.
Thank God.
I was going to say, don't get me wrong, I love the old classics. Like they say, classics never die. They'll always remain the classics.
100%.
Because they're from our generation.
They were. What's a game that you can think of that obviously like they haven't remastered or anything, but something from like your childhood that you can remember, like that's nostalgic for you?
I'm glad you asked, because the game that I'm really hoping for a remaster in the future is The Simpsons Hit and Run.
I think that everyone, and I mean everyone, every single gamer out there that has played Simpsons Hit and Run is waiting for that.
I can't tell you. I've been trying to find a way how to contact the gaming company. Like, when is this going to happen?
Yeah, I think there was a period of time where they leaked. Someone said something, or maybe someone put out some false information saying that they were going to remaster it. This was a few years ago now, and everyone got really excited about it, and then it was confirmed that wasn't the case. But I don't know when they're going to hear what we need, but we need a remastering of that game. That game was so good.
Oh, definitely. I remember going into school, like this would have been year 7. At the time they had the original Xbox and a PS2, and they had that game. I used to play it every morning.
At school? They'd have it at school?
Yes.
Really?
But then someone stole it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember putting a lot of time into that game. That was you got the rocket car in that, correct?
I'm pretty sure. I can't remember what you get. It's been so long since I played that game.
Did you ever play the Simpsons game, like from the movie, the Simpsons movie
from
game?
2007?
Yeah.
It wasn't based on the movie. It just came out around the same time as the movie.
Right, okay.
Yeah. I did play that, but it wasn't as good as Hit and Run.
No, Hit and Run really was the ultimate kind of Simpsons game. They never really topped it after that, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Great game, I feel. I know that there was another game you were talking to me about recently. You actually showed me a little bit of it that I'd seen the cover of it before, but I don't know, I'd never kind of found myself downloading it. But what was it called? Bully, I think it was.
Bully, yeah.
Can you tell me a bit about that?
Oh, I got to say, Bully is another game that takes me right into nostalgic times.
Yeah.
Like that game is, can you believe it, is almost 20 years old.
Wow.
Like I remember when it came out, I was like 7 at the time and I was obsessed with that.
Yeah.
Because my brother used to have that on the 360.
Yeah.
So Bully was also made by Rockstar that do GTA and
Right.
Red
I remember
Dead.
you saying
So
that.
yeah, it's pretty much GTA but in school.
Yeah.
And you do like all these really cool classes to attend as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, just a whole bunch of other stuff.
What was like the premise? Like, who did you play as in that game? Because I remember you showing me it was like this student. Was it just him that you played as?
Yeah, it was just him. His name was Jimmy Hopkins,
Right.
and he was basically a troubled teenage boy that was sent to the worst boarding school in the country, and he must survive through the rankings of the school system.
Right.
He has to
Damn.
fight. And
That would
learn
have
how to
resonated with
survive.
a lot of kids, I'm sure, back in the day.
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure I took it into high school once to play, and I got in trouble.
Really?
Yeah, and it wasn't even rated MA.
Yeah. Wow.
I tell
How
you.
times have changed.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I never got around to playing it, but I've seen it pop up on my PlayStation store a few times because I can buy it digitally.
Yeah,
I've been meaning to
it
sit
would be
down and play
backwards
it.
compatible.
Yeah. Do you know if that was like, because that obviously would have been early Rockstar. Do you feel like, was that like one of Rockstar's like first games that they released? Do you know that?
No, well, they would have had GTA out beforehand.
Okay.
So that would have come out probably 2 years after San Andreas.
Yeah. Okay. So they've still been putting games out.
Yeah, they had. Yeah.
Yeah. They've obviously been doing a lot.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, look, there's a question we've talked a lot about, like open worlds and games that we're interested in. I did want to ask you, because I think from conversations that we've had, and even this conversation now, you've talked a lot about like the types of games that you like playing, and I feel like open world exploration, collecting games, those kinds of things have been something that have been interesting. Like, what about those games have you found like has like kind of resonated with you? What's drawn you to those games, do you feel?
Well, the thing is, with open world games, I just find they're very interesting, and you know, not just for other people out there who are huge gamers, but for people like me who live with a disability. I just find open world games very like, they're very interesting to play because you get to wander around everywhere, just to go sightseeing all over the place. Even if you don't know how to do the main story, you can just go explore.
Sure.
And, you know, interact with people. Like
Yeah.
I swear with games nowadays, they've made them more realistically than they ever were.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And you know, I got to say, like, that all connected with me again. Like I said earlier, it all connected with me once I started playing Red Dead 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you said how much that game moved you.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I can concur. Like, you know, it's obviously a world that you can enter. You don't really need much experience. You can kind of just step into that world and walk around, do whatever you want, really.
And this is the thing, and you know, I'm gonna say this to, you know, for people watching, if there's anybody out there who, you know, has a disability or living with a disability, who's not an expert at games, my advice: just play an open world game and just go explore.
Yeah.
Go where the day takes you in video game land.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cool. That's really cool. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Dillon, thank you for coming on again today.
It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure having you.
Yeah, I shake your hand. It's
Yeah.
been awesome. I always love the conversations that we have, and definitely enjoyed this one.
Absolutely. And guys, thank you for joining me once again. If there's any video games that you have a favorite to or that you love playing, please drop below in the comments. And just one quick shout out to my nephew Oliver, who just turned 7 today. Ollie, mate, happy birthday. Hope you've had a great day. Uncle Ben loves you very much, and we're looking forward to seeing you and partying on Sunday.